Today I'm driving a Paul Stevens 911. Paul Stevens is both the individual and the man behind the brand that wears the badge with his name on the front bonnet of this car. Paul Stevens Auto Art, as it's officially known, was launched in 2002 with a collection of bespoke built cars which are based on the 911 but with modern features and performance. Since then, their concept has been refined and they build to order just a handful of cars each year. So we're very happy to get the chance to spend some time with this car that's just been consigned to collecting cars. So let's find a spot to park up and we can take a closer look at this Paul Stevens 3.6 Club Sport. For more great content from the Collecting Cars team, please click the subscribe button. The thing about owning a car like this is that you've got to set aside enough time to go for a drive, but then also to stand back and admire it. It's bloody gorgeous, isn't it? So here it is then, the 3.6 Club Sport by Paul Stevens. It started life out as an 89 3.2 Carrera, which was the donor car for Paul and his team to work their magic. You can actually see some of the origins of this car, but there are numerous changes to the exterior. For example, the long bonnet, which really sort of changes the look of this car from this sort of original 3.2 Carrera. And then we've got the yellow headlight lenses, which at night glow this lovely orange colour. They're actually upgraded LED lights under those headlight covers, so that's actually a much more useful feature for this car. Then down the side of the car, you'll note that the original wing mirrors have gone in place of these teardrop race style mirrors. Then above that, if you follow the contours of the roofline, you'll actually see that it's been de-seamed, which is a very complex job, which while subtle, really adds to the aesthetic of the car. Now, Porsche lovers will probably have taken note of the colour of this car already. It is actually a Porsche PTS colour, crayon, a very popular colour on the modern Porsches, but I think it looks absolutely brilliant on this Paul Stevens 911. The original Fuchs wheels which this car would have come with have been replaced and fitted with these 1552 Outlaw style wheels, which are finished in a satin black with these lovely gold highlights, which look absolutely brilliant. Beneath those then, we've got some quite seriously upgraded brakes. We've actually got 986 calipers, disc and pads for extra stopping power. Around the back of the car, at the business end, they've got rid of the T-tray spoiler and we've got this lovely ducktail. And as you get closer, you see these lovely matte black split grille engine covers, which really add to the look actually. Beneath that then is where the real magic happens, because gone is the 3.2 litre engine and you've now got 3.6 litres, which gives you around 320 brake horsepower. And that's all run through the original G50 gearbox, but that's been stripped down and totally rebuilt. There really is incredible attention to detail on this engine. Even the fan here, the fan wheel, has been spray painted into this greeny colour to match the tartan interior in those bucket seats inside. Right, I'll just close that up and we'll go and have a look at the interior. Porsche absolutely nailed it, I think, when it comes to the interior of 911s of this era, and this one is no different. Some of the switch layouts might be slightly odd if you're not familiar with Porsches, but actually things like the sunroof button here to operate that, to make that go back, is in a really useful spot just below the dashboard here, so you barely need to take your hands off the steering wheel to operate it. The old Blaupunkt unit has been replaced with an OEM Porsche head unit there, and I understand that there are some quite serious speakers in this thing as well. Now this interior, of course, has been updated. The Paul Stevens team have gone to town on it. We've got a lovely Momo steering wheel in front of us, and then the dashboard is nicely trimmed in leather. There's no vinyl anywhere at all. Headline has all been updated. No doubt the original had got a little bit tired. That looks absolutely immaculate. And then you're sat in these wonderful bucket seats. They really are gorgeous. We've got this lovely tartan insert. There's that green in the pattern there, which I was talking about, which has been replicated and sprayed on the fan in the engine bay there. Standard 5-speed G50 gearbox, smooth as you like, really manageable in pretty much all conditions. course, it's not designed to be sat here static in a car park, so we're going to get out, try and find some roads. If we've got time to get out of London, we'll find some much better roads where we can get some more dynamic driving. Hopefully, fingers crossed. So with that, I'm going to get my seat in position, get the key in ignition, and get going. Now a G car, as standard, even on these bumpy British roads, is very, very well behaved. And even with all the upgrades that Paul Stevens has done to this car, make it increase the performance and make it stiffer and things like that, it's still very comfortable. Now look here, we're out in a beautiful park, cruising around only 20 miles an hour, unfortunately, and the car's just as happy doing that as it would be blasting its way down an autobahn or ripping it up around the racetrack. It is capable of both. It is a real sort of Jekyll and Hyde, but equally you'd be very comfortable in these seats particularly, and with all the luggage space, to take it on a long tour. Certainly got the legs for it, that's for sure. And look, whilst this has got the looks to get you thousands of likes on Instagram, it really is not about posing about. You need to be taking this car out for a proper drive, not tootling around as I am in Richmond Park. Oh, finally, out in the countryside where we can stretch its legs a little bit. My word, a car like this is not built for central London. Just feels so different, and it's such a breath of fresh air to get it out here. It really is. This is where cars like this come alive. Any 911 is special, but something like this just puts a massive, massive smile on your face. Oh, so sharp. It was worth sitting through the traffic to get out here. The only thing is, we've got a few suicidal pheasants. The 3.2 is no slouch, but that extra power, oh, you feel it, that's for sure. It's all starting to make much more sense out here. Oh, I don't want to take it back. This happens to me far too often. If you want to see more of this car, then head over to collectingcars.com and you'll see the full auction listing. Thanks for watching, and see you soon.